Right people, so welcome back to another video. We're doing a first drive on the Volvo today. If you haven't seen the previous video, go check it out. We went and picked this up from Manchester, bought it from an ex-police centre. Good vibes. It's a manual T5 estate. If you're unfamiliar, it comes with a 5-cylinder turbo engine, 2.4 litres. Being an older car and it being ex-police with 200,000 miles on it, it does have a few niggly faults, but for the most part it does work fine. I haven't managed to sort out a place to take the car for an inspection. Normally with these projects I like to do like an everything wrong with the car video. I did it with this and all the other GTIs and whatnot. I suppose it's the end of the year as well, so it is going to be a bit tricky. But yeah, it was a bit of a wild card, so I'm glad you Volvo guys are enjoying it. I saw a lot of people sharing it on forums and stuff like that, so yeah, I'm just happy, man, because I wanted to learn, so that's why I bought the car. Let's turn it on. Lovely 5-cylinder engine. It starts up first time. What do you reckon we should do? Should we go for a BTCC vibe or a sleeper one? I'm free to turn it into like an 850R tribute. Someone did mention that I have a operated charge pipe from a V70R. I don't know if you guys can confirm that. As you saw in the previous video, it does have this reduced, whoa, it's not in focus. There it is, the reduced engine performance code. Why I'm thinking though, I'll try and clear that now, see which of those codes come back up as well, because I didn't actually clear it in the previous video. Maybe we'll get a bit of extra power for a few minutes. Okay, they're all erased. All right, let's turn it back on. Yeah, only one new message. The fault code's probably going to come back anyway because it probably needs a new turbo control valve, and there's a few other little bits on the list that I got to address. But yeah, let's get the GoPros all set up and find out how the T5 drives like. Alright, let's give it some air. Big puddle on the road. Oh, it's just fun. I'm only doing 40 miles an hour. Let's try and take it down some back roads. I don't know what it is, man. I just love like doing cheaper car projects, like especially something like this. It's got a 5-cylinder engine, it's an estate, it's manual with a turbo as well. Like there's just so much you can do, like there's modding potential. Oh, I can rev match as well. Like it's not always about the fancy stuff. But yeah, we'll take it on a little drive today. It's the first drive we've recorded on the car anyway. I am going to try and bring you guys regular content on the car. Of course, if you are new here, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. Windows down, here's some 5-cylinder T5 noises. It's alright, isn't it? I think we have got ditch finder tyres on it. So I don't fancy finding these ditches today. Rev match it to second. Yeah. Whoa. Bit of tram line in. I have read that T5s do like to follow cambers a bit. Damp roads. Yeah, that's definitely that stuttering thing and combination of no traction. Sounds like, look at the car's having a spasm then. Oh wow. As I mentioned at the start of the video in the intro, like I am considering whether to go down like the BTCC track route with it, like in terms of a look for the car. It'd be interesting after all these projects that I've done, the car that I choose to use as a track car finally, whenever tracks open up properly again after this COVID stuff, happens to be a Volvo. But we all know Volvo's got pedigree. And what's more fun than using a ex-police car for that purpose? Right, let's give it some out here. First is going to bog, because I think it's back in reduced engine force now. It's alright still though, you know. I've been getting people telling me these engines are good for like, there seems to be a variety, because I think there's a confusion. The 2.4 isn't the same engine that you get in the Focus ST. There's different versions of the T5 engine. Now this particular one apparently is the strongest one. Even the 2.5 and the R apparently has issues, so it's all been a good learning experience in the past week of the first video going up. I am very surprised, folks. I had respect for it, now I've got like a different kind of respect in terms of like a driver's car perspective. Imagine how this thing's like if I put an LSD in it. Oh, I'm gonna get carried away, aren't I? Definitely. Because I've got the sound that I love, like a 5-cylinder soundtrack. And I've got practicality. comfy seats. What's not to like? But yeah, I'm just going to take a second to plug my Instagram. I'll put it on the screen right now. Definitely drop me a follow on there if you want to keep up to date with all the video content. I normally have like behind the scenes stuff on there. My email is active as well in case you guys want to send me some advice on this car. I am looking for some parts as well for the car. I want to give it a bit more of an aggressive look. I'm after an R bumper at the front. I believe you can use the V70 or the S60R bumper, just a chiseled one. I don't mind what colour it is because it's likely going to have to get painted anyway. Brakes are a bit spongy but they're not too bad. This car, yeah. I've been told that the XC90 front brakes. What a sound. It's an RS3 estate. I'm amazed how precise you can be with it, considering it's so weird feeling at lower speed. Whoa, horses, real horsepower. Cool. Oh, is that a sweet spot for the overrun? 4.5. You're getting something. The driving position is really good. Like, you can sit quite low. The seat is very comfortable. These things, I'm not like hugging seat or anything, but very comfy. The gear lever's right here. Got a handbrake like proper, like there when you need it. Not that I've done any handbrake turns. And you can just get a proper driver's seating position. Like, it's not like you're sitting on it, which is weird because you'll find some Audis in, for example, which are like RSs and stuff, and you're sitting on top of the car almost. Here we are in our £1,500 brick, and we're just rolling gears. Little do you know, we got that huge amount of cargo space behind us with some divider cage. Probably the best £1,500 I've ever spent, if I'm not gonna lie. Oh, look at it. You can just like downshift and thread it through corners. All you guys who are doubting Volvos, trust me, coming from a VW Group fanboy, you need to drive a T5. I think I'm sold on this, man. Even though I've already bought it, I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm sold on the concept. Oh, I get a backfire as well. Oh man, you know what, I'm just getting too excited. I did try and get in contact with a few Volvo specialists based off the recommendations from you guys in the first video, but what I'm finding is a lot of them, well, the ones I've messaged, they're not really interested in the filming side of things. Now, I know obviously the scene is not as huge as like the VW scene, etc., but I need to be able to document the car on video. I can't just drop it off and let the work get done, as the Volvo's joined us behind. I need to be able to film all aspects of the car. That's the whole point of doing this series. So yeah, let me know if you know of a specialist who's up for that kind of thing. We've got no one behind us. Let's see if we can do a launch. Turn traction off. DSTC. See what happens. What was that? Volvo's getting violent, man. Violent old thing. Hey, what I do like about this as well, like now that we're just cruising through this little town here, you can just whack it in a higher gear and it just rumbles along and it just behaves like a Volvo would. Like, it's got a dual personality, which is nice. So if this Audi doesn't reverse into us, it's just comfy. It's like you could sit in this thing for hours. Gearbox is nice, clutch is nice and smooth. Maybe it has been rebuilt in the past. There can't be any original parts in here. The way this car will have been driven for 200,000 miles. Interestingly though, I was told the car was in use from 2007 to 2009, so it was only 2 years in the force, which is quite a short time. I don't know how true that is. I'm basing it off stuff that I read in the comments of the previous video. I haven't had a chance to write to the police force who it might have been used by, but I think a lot of people were saying that it's West Mercia Police. VX, I believe that's Worcester. So yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see if any officers who drove this car would, you know, tell us about what they got up to with it. There's probably a couple of you who have been in the back of this thing as well, I'm sure. A new code has arrived. Anti-skid service required. I'm presuming that's to do with the steering angle sensor code that was up. I did do some digging on that. I think it's like £200 or something. So you can see the bills can quickly add up. I will get that done though, because I am enjoying this car quite a bit. So Yeah, we'll put some money into it. The steering, when you're lower speed, you can feel like a weird like dragging sensation. I'm guessing that's to do with the angle sensor, as I mentioned, with the anti-skid situation there. Temperatures also seem to drop below half, I've noticed. So maybe there's a cooler temperature sensor that needs changing. Yeah, it's a big old checklist. It's very, very deja vu-esque to Mark 5s in that regard. Yeah, you can just like rev match so easily. But yeah folks, I think what we'll do, we'll wrap up the video here. Hope you enjoyed the first drive on the T5. As I said, keep me posted about all the stuff that I asked in the video, parts, places to take it. Contact me via Instagram or email, either is fine. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you do enjoy the content. Drop a like on the video. But yeah guys, take care, I'll see you in the next video.